Hey friends, welcome back to We Do It Outdoors, and this is where it all went down. I'm out at that little cemetery, that old Baptist camp place, whatever it was called. That's the church. Last year, for those that don't know, I'll put a little tag in this video. You guys can go back and check it out. I was out here mowing. Oh, I'm not even sure when it was. It was around October or so. And one of them idiots dressed up like one of them stupid clowns, them killer clowns or whatever they call them, come up from back in there somewhere. I would assume from what I seen in the video, I was finished up mowing like I am now, and I was weed eating along this fence, and I think I was right there at that fence post, and I happened to glance back and I seen a little creep somewhere, which I'm guessing was right around here. I confronted him and everything, and people were, telling me I should have hit him with the weed eater and this and that. Well, I didn't know who it was. I didn't know if it was one of my buddies messing around. You just can't attack someone, trying to hurt someone if you don't know what the situation is, because you can get in a lot of trouble, yourself. You go around being vigilant or whatever, but now I was weed eating right there, and just kind of happened to glance like this, and I seen him. I'm pretty sure it was right there, because when I was confronting him and everything, he didn't say anything. He had a big wrench and he threw it down, and I was like, okay, it's just one of my buddies being stupid. And I told him, I said, well, you better pick that damn thing back up. And I was kind of walking towards it, and I reached down to grab it. I was going to pick it up and kind of throw it back. Well, he lunged for it too, so I just tackled him and put him down, and he started wailing on my sides. Well, he had his one hand pushed up against my glasses, and I could barely see. He had the lens of my glasses up in my eye, and when I was trying to hit him in the side of the head, and I was cracking this rock, or one of these rocks. There's another one here, or this one. It was somewhere around here in this area. I was completely hitting mostly the rock, and it was just catching the side of his head. But I cracked him a few times in the side of the head and blasted him in his nose right before he weaseled around, took off running. Oh, it was down where that red building is. He took off running back around there and took off through the woods. My belt broke. My pants was falling off. Looked like my ass was hanging out, but my ass wasn't hanging out. It was, what you seen was most of my back, and my camera was sitting up against those little shrubby trees right there, and you were catching the links of the fence. But I don't know. It's done and over with. He got in some trouble. I wasn't the only one that he was messing around with. I kept the wrench. I got the wrench. It was actually in my toolbox. Called the sheriff and everything. Made a report. I had to leave because I got no cell phone service out here whatsoever. Plus, I didn't really want to stick around too long. I went down to the gas station. Filed a report and everything. Court wasn't till, it was almost January. It was just right before Christmas. And there was a couple other charges he had for someone else, because they caught him walking down the road with a hammer. He was jumping out in front of cars, and he ended up getting 90 days in jail, and I think 60 of them was suspended. And he got, it was a couple $1,000 fine, and then obviously he had like probation. But since then, I had been getting lots of threats. People telling me, you know, I was beating up on a woman instead. It wasn't a woman. It was definitely a man, or man-child, whatever you want to call him. Just getting threats in the comments, getting threats in my emails, getting threats in my mailbox. I'm assuming a lot of them was his buddies, but a lot of them was all you little internet gangsters want to be tough over a keyboard. So had some things happen out at the house. Wife's car was completely keyed, top to bottom, front to back. I'll have to see if I got some pictures of it. I know she's got some pictures, and I'll post them on there so you guys can see her car. Neighbor's car was broken into, got keyed. My truck was broken into. There's a lot of things happening. Was harassed around town, stuff. People recognized me, knew who I was, but it's done and over with. I haven't heard much about it in a while. Wanted to give you guys an update. As you can see, I am completely by myself. Wife won't come out here. She's afraid that you know, something else is going to happen, but I've got a little something extra for the next clown that wants to show up, so I ain't too worried about being out here by myself. People are nuts. People are crazy, and I'm out, you know, doing this by myself, and I'm going to try to finish what I can the rest of the day by myself. But as you can see, I am fighting the rain. I've been fighting it all day. I just got out here. It's like 10:30. It's been raining all day. It rained all night, and it's supposed to rain the rest of this evening, and it's supposed to rain all the way up till 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, and it's supposed to back off a little bit until the evening. And then Sunday is supposed to be pretty nice for the most part. It's supposed to be kind of chilly, but it's not supposed to rain, so I'm going to try to do as much as I can while I'm out now, because we've got some things going on Sunday, and I really don't want to be out all day Sunday, because I got to be back by the evening, do some family things. So, but no, anyways, I just wanted to give you guys an update, because I know it's been a while since all that happened, but I'll put a little annotation thing up here. You guys can click on it. You can see the old video, and you can see where the newspaper article was, where he got arrested and everything. And it was not fake. It looked fake. People said, oh, I edited the video and things. Nothing was edited. The camera was on the whole time. The only editing I did was, like I said, the camera was sitting all the way back there, and it was facing this way. The only thing I did was in my Sony Vegas that I use to edit all my videos. I just zoomed the video in to where you could see what was going on. I mean, you couldn't hear anything because it's a microphone. It's a pretty decent microphone for up close, but for far away, you can't hardly hear anything. So, I mean, you can see it was somewhere, oh, I don't know, somewhere around these rocks, and then that's the distance. So it's not too awful far, but it was far back enough. I wanted to zoom in. Yes, I did hit the ground. I told you. You could see my eye in the other video. I had a black eye where he had my glasses shoved up in my face. Hands was busted up because I was hitting the rock. I wasn't just hitting the ground. So it was real. The newspaper article is real. And I'm sure if you get online or whatever, people know where I'm at. You can look it up. You can find it. But all right, guys, I'm gonna try to finish up here. I'm go ahead and get the weed eating and everything done. It looks like it's about to let loose any second now, so I want to try to get as much done as I can, so I'm not fighting this all weekend long, because I still got a lot of yards to mow. So, all right, guys, don't forget to subscribe for more content. Twitter in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget, keep it grassy.